The other day I shared a video about the 12 best low-carb vegetables to eat. Veggies that are low glycemic, high in fiber, and to put it simply, prevent you from eating worse foods. Well, one commenter said that I lost all credibility by saying spinach was a healthy vegetable as it was on that top 12 list. I knew what she was thinking, and so that's what I want to go over in this video. Why spinach may not be the health superfood that everybody thinks it is, but maybe why you should eat it anyway. I may be giving away my age, but when I grew up, Popeye was a popular cartoon hero, and he ate spinach to get strong muscles. We were always urged to eat your spinach and be like Popeye. Unfortunately, the spinach was primarily available back then was a nasty, cooked-to-death kind that came in a can, just like how Popeye ate it. It wasn't until I became a health nut that I learned to love its tender, sweet, fresh-picked leaves in a salad or lightly stir-fried in butter and sea salt, which is my preferred way to eat it, with the steak. Its tender texture and mild taste make it a favorite addition to smoothies, soups, stir-fries. According to the USDA, Americans consume almost 3 pounds of spinach every year per capita. Spinach, of course, is a nutrient-dense, dark green vegetable high in niacin and other B vitamins, vitamins A, C, E, K. It's also packed with calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, copper, and manganese. You can tell why it made my list of the top 12 vegetables. Also, spinach contains some serious antioxidants that fight free radicals that damage the cells of the body. They also help prevent cancer, chronic diseases, aging, and other serious health issues. The folate it contains, an essential B vitamin, is especially vital for pregnant women and their fetuses. Spinach also protects cardiovascular system. Paired that with magnesium, it essentially helps every metabolic function in the body. As well as maintaining a healthy blood pressure, spinach is also excellent brain food, improving memory and overall mental clarity. Spinach comes from the same family as beets and Swiss chard. These superfoods are known for reducing inflammation and slowing the aging process. So it's no wonder spinach made my list and it's become such a popular health superfood. Spinach high antioxidant content, which includes beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, help fight cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Spinach protects immunity by lowering inflammatory responses, reducing cell damage, and aiding in digestive health too. So you might be wondering, how is spinach bad for you? I'm going to get to that in a minute. It's also worth noting spinach contains a type of healthy natural steroid that increases sugar glucose metabolism and helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Obviously, this is especially beneficial with people with prediabetes or diabetes or insulin resistance, since it helps eliminate the need for that insulin release. So yes, spinach does have some amazing health benefits, but it can also have a few downsides too. Although spinach contains high levels of iron and calcium, these nutrients are somewhat difficult to absorb from spinach. And even though there is lots of calcium, it's virtually unusable by our bodies, as spinach contains one of the least bioavailable forms of calcium. When something's not bioavailable, it's harder for your body to metabolize and use. This is partly because spinach contains substances that actually inhibit certain nutrients from being properly absorbed, and that's definitely something you want to avoid. Spinach also contains a substance called oxalic acid or oxalates, which can bind to calcium and iron in the body and prevent the body from being able to absorb them. Oxalic acid is a natural substance found in several different plant-based foods, including rhubarb, chard, and beet greens. Oxalic acid does bind to some minerals, making them unavailable for the body to absorb. So if you were to eat large quantities of food containing lots of oxalic acid on a daily basis, you might end up with some nutritional deficiencies over a period of time. But we're talking weeks to months, maybe even year for a lot of people, not just a meal or two. For some people, the high oxalate levels in spinach can also create an increased risk of kidney stones and joint problems. Oxalates can accumulate in the body, especially the kidneys. When the oxalates combine with calcium, kidney stones can form. Calcium oxalate is responsible for about 80% of kidney stones, as a matter of fact. And this is where spinach gets its bad rap. Oxalates are not recommended for people who have inflammatory diseases like gout, arthritis, and rheumatoid arthritis, things like that. These people have a tendency to have a greater uptake of oxalates and calcium. But for the most part, for most of us, this should not be a problem, as long as you're not eating spinach every single day with every single meal. In fact, gut bacteria are thought to play an important role in the oxalate absorption, since some types of gut bacteria break down oxalate, especially Oxalobacter formigenes, Lactobacillus, and Bifidobacter bacteria. And other research has actually shown absorption of oxalates has to do with the combination of foods eaten during a meal. For example, even if your body has difficulty absorbing calcium from spinach when eaten at the same time as other calcium-rich foods such as milk or cheese, the calcium from other foods is absorbed with no problem. Cooking spinach at one point was thought to lower oxalate content significantly, but recent research has shown that it does very little to reduce oxalates. Cooking, in my opinion, does help with overall absorption of the nutrients in spinach, as it does help break down the defense chemicals that spinach does have, because most plants have some type of defense mechanism. Generally, unhealthy levels of oxalate buildup is an uncommon problem with spinach and other high oxalate foods, so there's really no reason to avoid spinach unless your doctor advises you to, or you have gout, arthritis, as mentioned earlier in this video. And just, I always tell my clients and customers to listen to your body. If you have some type of inflammatory disease or spinach just doesn't agree with you for some reason, then that's a good reason for you to lay off or try it cooked, or just find a substitute. Overall, spinach can be a healthy addition to most people's diets, but just beware to not overdo the quantity so that you're not getting excessive amounts of oxalates on a daily basis. So go ahead, throw a handful of spinach in your smoothies, mulch down a healthy a salad with spinach, and maybe even try a creamed spinach for dinner with your protein. But for a lot of people, eating spinach a couple times a week might be better than on a daily basis. So just mix up your greens, try kale, romaine, even though there's not a ton of nutrition in there, just make sure to add other types of vegetables, proteins, and fats to get balanced meals. So don't believe everything you see on the YouTube comment section. Heck, don't believe everything you see on a YouTube video from holistic nutritionist, certified nutrition coach. We all have different opinions, but I like to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you have any questions, hit the comment section. If you learned something about spinach today, hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this one.